That is, you see, the bug deflects or turns others from their paths. The British tend to use the word bug only for bed bug. Other insects are called by their species name or generally insect. Now the root of the word bee is probably derived from the Aryan word bhi, to fear. And beetle comes from the Old English word beton, to bite. Moth, as early as 1577, that means that's a long time ago, people have used the word moth. The meaning of the word moth is that something eats away, gnaws, wastes, is destructively attracted to a flame. So in popular Western culture, in the history of our language, these words all have a dark, negative, frightening connotation. And mosquito, midge, mite, louse, fly, gnat, flea, moth, cricket, beetle, all share a common denominator in what you would call Volksmund in German, or popular speech, vernacular. These terms, mite, louse, fly, flea, so on, these terms mean smallness and inferiority, which can be endearing. You might call your lover a little flea or a little moth or a little cricket, but usually these terms are insulting. Bug has even crept into computer language, as a bug actually crept into Mark II, the first American large-scale digital computer in 1945. Ever since, that was an actual bug, and ever since programmers are obsessed with getting the bugs out, debugging. They attempt to construct bug-proof informational systems. Bugs have long been part of psychiatry, whether as creepy-crawly skin hallucinations, coke bugs, bugging, obsessional worries, and the place where people who are going bugs can be housed in the bug house. Well, I want to tell you about another way of looking at these things. This one comes from the Navajo, and then we'll get into some dreams. But just to keep us on track. In other traditions, the lord of the insects is not the devil, as in ours, Beelzebub, but a trickster. For example, the Navajo have a figure called Begotsidi, or who knows, I can't say it, who's the son of the sun. And he had intercourse with everything in the world, say the Navajos, just like a bug will land on anything, jump on anybody. Begotsidi means one who grabs breasts, and details about him are, they say, too dirty to tell the anthropologist. He got his name, says the material, he got his name because he would make himself invisible, then sneak upon young girls to touch their breasts as he shouted. He also annoyed men. Just as a hunter was ready to shoot, he would sneak up, grab the man's testicles, and shout. Similarly, when a man and a woman were engaged in intercourse. Begotsidi is a blond or red-haired god with blue eyes, dressed like a woman. He was in charge of insects, called them at will, and even sometimes appeared as a worm or insect. Once when he was caught, hornets swarmed from his mouth, June bugs from his ears, and mud beetles from his nose, and so on and so forth. He could change himself into any sort of bug. Now you see, the tales of this bug lord is very different from what our Bible and what Goethe's Faust says about Mephistopheles and Beelzebub and how terrible bugs are in our tradition, or Kafka's Metamorphosis, or Les Mouches of Sartre, or even the Jungian view of the spider as a negative mother or a negative self-image because of its 8 legs spread out in mandala fashion. No, the Navajo bug lord presents clear insight into the seeming spontaneity of insects, their irreverence for human intentions, and their lordly power over us. You know, we believe we shout when they sting, but perhaps it's they, by causing the shout, who shout through us. As for the power of a bug, think only of the crazed state when last you tried to swat a gnat at night, or demonically pursued a cockroach around the sink. There's even a little piece in the newspaper that says a man in Florida pulled out his pistol and shot himself in the leg to kill an unidentified bug that was crawling up his leg. Well, so, you know this one? Close the door, they're coming through the window. Close the window, they're coming through the door. Well, that's our first theme.